Hey everybody, welcome to Happy Hour Power Yoga. We are going to do a 45-minute practice. I hope you like it. We are going to, I just added some new audio and I hope this is working. I could be completely quiet right now. I wouldn't even know until later, but hopefully this is all working. So welcome. Today I was reading in Psalms, and in Psalm 37:23, it says, the Lord makes firm, I don't even need my glasses because my writing is so big. The Lord makes firm the steps of those who delight in him. And I love to look and see what different translations mean and what the words mean in the Greek translation. And that term makes firm actually means establishes and makes certain and builds and takes pleasure in. And so God, in other words, will establish our steps, establish our path for those that delight in him. And another way to say it is that for those who desire him. So I'm going to be meditating on that today as we go through our practice, that just that idea of delighting in God and enjoying who God is and just wanting to know him. And that when we do that, that God will make our path straight. He'll make it firm, that direction that we want to do, that we'd like to go into. So let's pray real quick and then we'll get busy. Dear God, thank you for this community. Thank you for the breath in our lungs, the strength in our bodies. Help us to see you. Help us and teach us how to delight in you, God, that you are our Father, our Creator, and that you will make firm our steps. Amen. So we are going to start today in a standing posture, because I'm always trying to mix it up a little bit. So let's just start by stand in the center of your mat, maybe feet hips distance apart. And let's just begin by breathing. So we're grounding down with our feet, our heels. We're feeling the four corners of our feet just attaching to the mat, grounding to the mat, while we're lifting up out of the crown, through the crown of our head, out of the cradle of our neck. Yoga is so good for posture. Breathing here, listening to your breath coming in through your nose, expanding your lungs completely, and exhaling through your nose. Eyes are closed. And inhale, listening to that life-giving breath coming through your nose into your lungs. Pausing at the top and then exhaling through your nose. Inhale, send your arms up overhead. Take a look up, fill up, gazes up. And exhale, bring your arms around and through to prayer and center. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms come up, look up, fill up. And exhale, bringing your palms through heart center in prayer. Once more, inhale, arms come up, gazes up. And exhale, scooping on our right arm, just kind of taking a letter C with our left and gazes up, enjoying that stretch to the right side body, 2 breaths. And inhale, come up, look up, fill up. Exhale, other side, scooping out the left, stretching through that left side body, gazes up. Inhaling and exhaling. And coming on through, inhale, gazes up. And exhale, palms through heart center. We're just going to take a nice, slow, and easy forward fold. Just enjoying the journey down here in your forward fold, slowly bending our knees. Having some issues with my music here. So really attaching your belly to your knees here. And then slowly just trying to straighten your legs as you drop the crown of your head down. Enjoying that hamstring stretch. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can take that stretch even a little bit more, just folding over. Powerful hamstring stretch. And inhale, lifting up with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, and as we come up, let's feel solid on our left side. Bring your right knee up. See if you could balance for a moment. Bring your palms through heart center. Breathe out. Inhale, clasp your hands. Exhale, while you're still balancing, see if you could send your hands out and maybe even up while you're still balancing. And then bring your arms all the way around and then palms through heart center here, prayer. Dropping that right leg, arms come up, gaze is up. And exhale, diving forward, nice and slow. Don't lock your knees out here. And inhale, lift with a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming on up, rising up, bringing that left leg with us. Now we're really focusing on that point across the room that's not moving. Bringing our palms through heart center in prayer. Balance here for a moment, feel solid. Inhale, clasp your hands. Send your arms out, still balancing, feeling very solid here. And then sending your arms up overhead, lifting up, inhaling deeply. And then bringing your arms back around, dropping that left foot, coming to prayer. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, we're diving forward, hinging at the hips. So we're getting right into it today. Got a nice, powerful flow for you. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees deeply. And just send your knees back. We're not going to do a traditional cat-cow today, but we are going to spread our knees, let our toes kiss, and just come back into a child's pose. So we're stretching out with our hands, spreading all 10 of our fingers, and then really pulling back our sits bones, just settling down by our heels, enjoying that full body stretch. Take a big breath in here, and another big breath out. And inhale, come up, rounding through your back, like you're going into a cat pose here, and your head is dropped. And see if you can come all the way through to a little, like a wide-legged cobra pose. So we're really just warming up all of our muscles with just kind of this nice, easy flow. So inhale, take it back, up and over. So rounding through the back, bringing our toes back together, coming back to child's pose. And inhale again, rounding through your back and coming all the way through to sort of a wide-legged cobra. So you're settling your pelvic bones into the mat. And inhale, toes are coming back together, rounding through the back, coming down to child's pose. And inhale, once again, rounding through your back, coming through cobra pose. And this time, inhale, take it all, like really peeling your chest, your belly button off the mat. Inhale, exhale, take your body all the way back, flat to the mat. And let's come up back to cobra. Inhale, peeling our chest, peeling our belly button, gazes up. And exhale, returning our belly, our chest to the mat, forehead to the mat. And inhale, curl your toes under. And just take a beat here in tabletop pose. And then exhale, take your hips up high and drive your heels to the mat for your first downward facing dog. And then pedal out your feet like we normally do with our first down dog of the day. Inhale, come up on your toes, send your head ahead of your hands, and Stop here for a beat in plank pose. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes. Lead with your hips here and then come back down. Drive your heels down, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up on your tippy toes. Leading with your head. Sucking those lower abs in and up. Strong in your plank pose. And take a big deep breath in here. And exhale slowly, really pushing the mat away. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, coming back, send your hips up high. Drive your heels to the mat, downward facing. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes. Exhale, send your heels over to the right. Just an interesting little twist here. You'll feel the stretch in your side body. Inhale, come back up on your toes. And exhale, send your heels over to the left. So just feeling that twist on the other side. Inhale, coming back up to your tiptoes. And exhale, driving your heels back into the mat. Inhale, coming up on your toes. Send your head above, ahead of your hand. And just stopping here for a beat in plank. I know a lot of these moves can be challenging for you. If they are, drop your knees or take a rest. I'm going to definitely post some more gentle classes to work our way maybe up for some people, but don't stop. There's always ways to modify. And so rolling over now in plank, come to this a side plank. So you're really lifting up your hips, like intentionally lifting up your hips, and then taking your left arm and painting, sort of like you're painting your body up, stacking your shoulders so your gaze is down. Strong side plank. Take a big breath in, lift your hips up higher, farther up over the mat. And then exhale, return that left hand to the mat for plank, high plank. Now inhale, exhale. And next inhale, rolling over to the left side now, taking that right hand, painting, like you're painting a stripe on your arms, gaze is down. Shoulders are stacked. Inhale to really lift that side body, really great oblique strengthener here. Breathe in to lift. And exhale to return that right hand down to the mat for plank pose. Now inhale, exhale, bend your elbows and just slowly let your body scrape alongside your arms and come all the way to the mat. Inhale, peel the chest, peel the belly, cobra pose. And exhale, taking it all the way down to the mat. Inhale once more, cobra. Using your abs, we're doing lots of ab strengthening postures this practice. And exhale, taking it down. Inhale, curl your toes under. And exhale, take your hips all the way up. Downward facing dog. And inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Exhale, take a big step, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, also called monkey pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, right hand, left wrist. Inhale to center. Exhale, other way. Inhale to center, and exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, send your feet back, high plank. Exhale. Inhale, roll over to your right side. Once again, painting up, gaze is down, left hand is lifted up high. And we're not worrying so much about lifting our leg because instead of doing that, we're going to add this be part of our flow. So inhale to lift those hips up high. Exhale to send that left hand down. Send that left foot through in between your hands. And then bring that right foot up a little bit for warrior one. And take it up. Warrior one. Inhale. And exhale to sink. So we're just getting into poses in different ways, helps us just kind of like confuses our muscles a little. We work different muscles and we're doing these familiar poses, but we're getting into them in different ways. So inhale like we usually do, looking up, filling up, and exhale, sinking if you'd like, as long as your left knee is tracking toward that left pinky toe. And inhale, look up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, back bend here, gaze is up. Exhale, undoing that bind, sweeping the hands up to like a high prayer position. So you can like clap. And then pivoting on your feet, take your right toes, pointing now to the front of the mat, pivoting on that left foot, so your high crescent lunge. And then pulling your hands, your palms through heart center for a prayer twist to the right. So you're in a high crescent lunge with a prayer twist. Gaze is up, breathing here. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze those thighs together. And inhale, open up your wings here. And sink a little lower. You can really use your left forearm as sort of a tool to intensify that twist. Breathing. Have you lost your breath? If so, get it back. Breathing in. Exhale, just like. And inhale, let's bring that arm all the way up. So now we're in a vertical twist. Gaze is down our right arm. We're still strong in our lunge. Breathing in, breathing out, smiling. Yoga is all about softening and intensifying. So where do you need to soften? Maybe your face, maybe you're holding your breath, maybe you're squinching your face. But where can you really, then what can you intensify? Can you increase the stretch? Can you increase the twist? Can you sink a little bit lower? And then one big inhale as we come back up, high prayer. Now we're pivoting back to the other side, and our toes are both pointing toward the front of the mat now. And then sweeping our right arm down, our hand down to the mat, left hand goes up, twisted dragonfly. Breathing in, reaching up with that hand, that left hand. Exhale to sink a little lower. And one more big breath in. And then placing that left hand down on the mat. Send that left foot back to meet the right. And high to low plank here. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, really lifting. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Some of you are wondering, where did our sun A go? Well, sometimes we just change it up and we disguise those little moves in other postures, and we still get all the benefit while staying on our toes a little bit and interested in what's happening. So inhale, come up on your toes, and exhale, kind of settle down into this high plank pose. Inhale, rolling over to our left side, and once again, painting. Right arm is lifted, gaze is down, lifting up our hips. Inhale. Exhale to stay. Inhale, really lifting up, using our obliques here. And exhale, returning that right hand to the mat, sending our right foot up and our left foot to 10 o'clock and rising up, warrior one. Exhale, sinking low. Inhale, exhale. Really remember to lifting up with our crown of our head while we're grounding, sinking down with our feet. Really squeezing our thighs together for balance. Breathing in and breathing out, clasping your hands behind your back. Inhale for the back bend, gaze is up. And exhale, letting go of that bind. Arms are sweeping up to a high prayer. And then pivoting to the back of our mat, which is now the front. Toes are pointed forward. Palms come through heart center for a twist. Prayer twist this time to the left. And gaze is up. Balance here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Squeezing our thighs together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Spread your wings wide. And exhale. Stay. Big breath in. And exhale, coming up to a vertical twist on the left. This time, gaze is down that left arm. Breathing in, really extending your arms out wide. And exhaling, really enjoying that stretch. And one more big breath in. And one more big breath out to stay. And then inhale. Once again, high prayer. Turning around now to the other side, pivoting on the feet so toes are faced forward. And then sweeping that left arm down to the mat, hand to the mat, right arm up for twisted dragonfly on the other side. Inhale to lift and extend. Exhale to stay. One more big breath in. And exhale, returning that right hand to the mat, sending the left foot back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So if you've taken my classes before, you know that we build on a flow. And then we do the flow a couple of times. And it always feels more flowy as we do it, as we get into it. So remembering that, we're going to start once more on the left side. So we're going to come up on your tiptoes. And then sending your head above your hands. You're going to stop here, high plank. And inhale, roll over to your right side. Send that left arm up high. Really lifting your hips here. Exhale, returning your left hand to the mat, setting that left foot up. And coming up slowly while we take a big breath in for warrior one. And exhale, bringing our hands behind our backs. Inhale, back bend, gaze is up. And exhale to stay here. Inhale, bring our palms up, high clap, high prayer. Pivoting to the back, which is now the front of our mat. Palms through heart center, nice and strong. Twisting to the right, gaze is up. Inhale, spread your wings up wide. And exhale, empty all your air. Vertical twist to the right, gaze is down that right hand. Inhale, back up. High prayer, pivoting to the back. Right hand coming down to the mat, left hand up. Twisted dragonfly. Inhale to really lift with that left hand. And exhale, returning that left hand to the mat and drop that right knee. And then half split. So just straighten out that front foot, the front knee, I'm sorry, and just enjoy that wonderful stretch. Inhale, making a 90-degree angle with that left leg. And then really enjoying that hip flexor stretch. Now, the cool thing about this move is if that bothers you and you need more of a stretch, you can always walk that knee out farther. If you need less of a stretch, you could walk the knee out closer to that left heel. But we're going to join everybody. Let's try to join our thumbs and kind of come back for a lovely crescent stretch. This is my new favorite pose. I just love that you're getting so much out of this one pose. This is an ab strengthener, flexor, stretcher. We've got some side body going on, a great back bend. Inhale. And exhale, replace your hands to the mat. Now, curl your toes under here. And in one move, send that left foot way up. Left leg up. Three-legged dog here. Inhale to really stretch. And exhale to stay. Inhale, keep that left leg lifted. And come into a high plank with a lifted leg here. Breathe in. Exhale, low plank. And inhale, drop that leg and come into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. I hope you're enjoying this. It's challenging, but it feels so good. Inhale, come up on your toes. Exhale, send your head past your hands. Inhale, rolling over to your left side. Now, send that right arm up. Inhale, really lift that side body. And exhale, return that right hand to the mat. Send that left foot up this time. While you're breathing in, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, clasp your hands. See if you can sink a little bit lower. And then inhale for the back bend. Gaze is up. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, high prayer, pivot. Exhale, palms to heart center, twisting to the right. Gaze is up. And inhale, opening up your wings wide. Exhale, vertical twist. Inhale, coming back, high prayer. Right hand is going to the mat. And here we are, up for a lovely twisted dragonfly. Inhale to really lift, extend. And exhale, replace that left hand, drop that right knee, and then take a seat back and enjoy that stretch. And inhale, coming back on that right leg. Clasping your thumbs, and then take it all the way back for a crescent, like a low crescent moon stretch. And inhale once more to stretch. Exhale, taking your hands back to the mat. And setting that right leg up high for three-legged dog. Big breath in to extend. Exhale, coming into high plank. And then low plank. Dropping that right foot, coming up all the way, upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, coming up on your toes. Exhale, sending your head through the head of your hands. Inhale, coming over on that right arm, painting up side plank. And exhale, left hand coming down, left foot coming forward. And we've got a lovely warrior one. Exhale, clasping your hands. Inhale, pulling back, back bend. Exhale to stay. Inhale, high prayer, coming all the way over for a twist. You may be doing one side. Inhale, open up your wings. And exhale, taking it all the way through a vertical twist. Inhale, coming back through. And twisted dragonfly. And then taking that left foot aside, left hand. Actually, it should be your right. Just make a quick switch there. Drop that left knee. And then come back, half split. Just enjoy that lovely stretch. And then coming up on your right leg here. Joining your thumbs and taking it all the way back for a crescent moon. Inhale for the big stretch here. And exhale, taking your hands down to the mat, curling your left toes under, sending your foot up, leg up high, extend. And then coming through to a high plank pose with that extended leg up high. Low plank. And then dropping that right foot and taking it all the way up to downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, bend your knees, take a look at your hands. And exhale, hop to the front of your mat, float, just get there. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, look up, fill up. And exhale, come down to chair pose. And breathing in here, breathing out. Inhale to lift your arms up high. Exhale, bring your palms through heart center to stay. Do some wonderful things here for our quads, for our hamstrings. And once more, arms come overhead. And exhale, taking your hands down to the mat, straightening out your legs. Top of your head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, dropping your hands to your mat. Bend your knees now. And come all the way back. Take your butt all the way down to the mat. Grab a hold of the back of your thighs and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, till you're flat on the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Give your forehead to your knees for a big squeeze here. And then cross your ankles, grab the backs of your knees, and just slowly begin to rock. So just tight abs here. And if you can, at some point, stand all the way up. So you're uncrossing your ankles and you're just using that momentum to stand up. Really use your belly here. Chair pose. Sink low. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palms to heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, legs go out. Chaturanga, high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat. Bend your knees deeply. And again, take it all the way down to the mat. Scooping out your abs so you are flat on the mat. Inhale, your legs up, straight legs. Flexed feet as though you're trying to make footprints on the ceiling. And then take your hands behind your head. And then as you twist your right elbow, let's lead with your right elbow, twist your knees to the right as you're sending your elbow over to the left. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Start these slowly. Once more, just really one breath per movement. And then maybe faster. And we're going to say, let's do this for 10. Really feel this. Press your lower back into the mat. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And send your right foot and your left foot up to the ceiling. Breathing in. Put your hands flat on the mat, like sitting on the tops of your hands. And send your feet down halfway. Exhale. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, 75% of the way down. Inhale up.
Exhale, hover your heels if you can for 2 inches off the mat. Press your lower back into the mat, point your toes. And let's do some scissor kicks up the wall. Really working on strengthening our abs up the wall and down the wall. Breathing in, breathing out, pressing our lower back into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. And once more, taking our little scissor kicks up and down. And once more, up, pressing, and down. And take your knees into your chest, your forehead to your knees. And inhale, deeply exhale. Bring your heels now closer to your butt. And then either use a block to squeeze between your knees or pretend that there's a block there. Because a lot of times this posture, people make the mistake of spreading their knees too wide and set up for bridge pose. So see if you could tuck your shoulder blades underneath your body, clasp your hands here, and then when you inhale, send your hips up way, way high, bridge pose. Be here for 4 breaths. So inhale, exhale, really lifting. One more big breath in, lift high. And exhale, coming down 1 vertebrae at a time. And bring your knees to your forehead. Give yourself a big squeeze here. And grab the whole backs of your thighs once more. Take your toes up to the front of your mat. Just rock a little bit here, massaging your spine. And then come to stillness. Send one of your legs out. Take the other one like you're doing a tree on while you're sitting here. And inhale to lift your arms up way high. Exhale, take your right hand to your left knee and then just do another side stretch here. So you're kind of like, you're counteracting the movement. So right hand to left knee, left arm scooping, gaze is up, and exhale. And inhale, take that left hand to the ground, just for a counter stretch. Scoop it out that right arm. And switch your legs here. Tree pose seated tree pose on the other side. Your arms are gonna come straight up overhead. And then left hand to right knee, really stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. And inhale, gaze goes up, big breath in. And then counter stretch, right hand to the mat, just giving yourself a lovely left side stretch there. And then slowly make your way to a standing position. So we'll just do a couple balance postures here. And you know, all balancing poses in yoga are all about setting up for them and really feeling strong in your foundation. So one of the most lovely poses, and also for me, sometimes one of the most difficult, is dancer pose. So let's start with just putting all of our weight on our right side, finding that point that's not moving across the room. And then just take your left leg up with your knee pointing straight down. Just do that for a moment, get your balance. And then if you can do that and you want to challenge yourself further, just reach back and grab the top of that left foot and let your left foot kind of press into your left hand. And then without locking out your knees, see if you can lift that leg up, send that right arm out for dancer pose. Find your place here, nice and easy. Inhale, exhale. Dancer is one of those postures that is really good for abs. So think about belly button to spine here. Breathing in, breathing out. And let that go. Inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's just do one more chaturanga. Let's plant our hands, send our feet back. High to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. And exhale, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way up. And palms to heart center. And now we'll try dancer pose on the other side. So just like we did before, you're just really concentrating, planting that left foot into the ground. You've got that point that's not moving across the room. You're looking at it. And you're so strong on your left side that your right leg gets very light, like you don't even need it to stand, right? And that right knee is facing directly down. When you're settled here, grab onto that right foot with your right hand and really use that right foot to just push into your hand so that that's kind of like the mechanism that allows you to lift. Send that left foot out. It's hard to talk into this as well, but if you fall out of it, just get back in it and try it again. So it's important when you do try it again to go through the steps as in order. So don't just, if you try to get right back in them, sometimes it doesn't work. But really enjoying that dancer, graceful, strong posture. Nice and easy. Breathing in, breathing out. And then once more. And exhale, shaking it off. Whew. Doesn't always look pretty on this side either. Inhale, raise up your arms. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat. And we're going to stop here in plank pose. So breathing in. Exhale, bend your elbows, hinge halfway lift, halfway down. And to come back up, inhale. Exhale, hinging halfway. And inhale, coming back up. Really good arm toner. Once more, inhale. Exhale, hinging at the elbows. And then taking it all the way up to up dog. And then downward facing dog. Breathing in here, breathing out. Inhale, bend your knees. And slowly walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up once more, mountain pose. And exhale, just take your body all the way down to the mat. Send your legs out wide for just a moment. And then bring your left heel closer to your butt while you take your right ankle to your left knee. And grab a hold underneath to that thigh, that left thigh. And enjoy this wonderful reclining pigeon pose for that hip opener. So maybe take your right hand, push that right knee while you're pulling that left thigh toward you. And we're going to stay here for 3 long breaths. So just enjoy this here. It's great. Wonderful hip opener. And then we're going to switch sides. So reset, left ankle over right knee. Bringing that right leg to sort of a 90-degree angle. And using your hands to really pull in on that right thigh. Maybe pushing that left knee with your left hand. 3 breaths here, reclining pigeon. And releasing that bind. Send your hands overhead. Full body stretch here. And exhale, bring your knees to your chest, your forehead to knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. And one more big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Take up as much space on the mat as you would like. We are going to have a nice little rest here. Close your eyes. Such a fearful time, and God tells us over and over again, just look to Him, delight in Him, and He'll establish your paths. God, I need to be reminded of that. So as we come back to the moment, in gratitude that we devoted the last 45 minutes or so to strengthening our mind, finding peace, working on our bodies. So much gratitude in that. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest. And then cross your ankles, come up to the seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is a strange time to do yoga for me, I know, but it's good to mix it up because sometimes if we're only stuck doing it, doing our exercise at one time of the day, we'll never really learn, what we need different times. Sometimes our balance is better in the morning. Sometimes after being on our computers all day, we really need the stretch around 5 o'clock. Sometimes lunchtime is the perfect time for a strength building pick-me-up, but it's fun to just experiment with different times. And so if you're on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. We're still working out all the kinks, and it's just, I feel like it's exciting that we keep adding new things, and I think we're getting better and better, and we have a lot ahead. So thank you so much, and let's end in a quick prayer. Dear God, we delight in you. Help us to trust that you really do have a plan for us, and that you will establish our steps for us. Help us to remember that as we go through our day, and help us to be gentler with one another. Help us to love each other better, be more forgiving, more kind, and help us to be the light in the world that you would have us be. Amen. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you. Bye.